Recording. Okay. Now, my first question here is, what is the programming language that we are learning for writing automation in Postman?
JavaScripts.
Yes. So it is JavaScript and not Java, right?
Mm,
Okay,
yes.
great. Okay, great, great. And we will be writing our automation. We will be writing our automation script, everything under these two tabs so that we can automate our uh, APIs using Postman tool. Okay. So, so these are the two sections where we will be writing our JavaScript code. Like this is a pre-request code which runs before any request we have sent to the server. And this is the post response where we will be writing our script, which is after we get the response from the server. So everything we will be doing, the JavaScript which we will be using and the automation which we will be performing on our APIs will be written in this pre-request section and in the post request section. Okay, under the scripts tab. Okay, great. So we are clear on this now. Oh, okay. Now, uh, okay, let me open this. So, as till now, we got to know like what is a programming language and what is the use of it and how it can help us. And also, we have seen the difference between programming and coding, where programming needs a lot of work and lot of time and lot of stress. But coding needs, when compared to programming, it needs very less time and very less stress and very less, uh, time to write the code. Okay, once we have the programming in place, coding will be easy. And how do computers understand instructions in binary code, which is ones and zeros? So we discussed about this. Okay, and also we have discussed what are the core concepts you need to understand first. Okay, then these are a couple of core concepts which needs to be understood before we jump into programming or coding, which is algorithms, which is a step by step recipe to solve a problem. Like it's a plain English which we write in a plain English. Okay, any problem or any task which we want to perform, we will be writing an algorithm for it so that it will be easily understood and it will be easy for us to write a code for it, okay, or a program or a code for it, okay. And logic, thinking clearly, if this happens, do that. Like I have given an example in the last class where I said if what was it, if a number is divisible by 2, then he can have ice cream. If it is not divisible by 2, then chocolate, I think, something like that. So if
It's
this
opposite.
it's opposite. Okay, sorry. So if
Opposite.
it, yeah, it's divisible by 2, then chocolate. If it is not divisible by 2, then it's ice cream. Thank you, Nadia. So
You're right.
yeah, if this happens, do that. If something else happens, then do something else. Okay, so we this is the step by step recipe, algorithms, and the logic. Okay, and data, yes, data we will be using. Numbers we have used, which is 2, 3, 4, which is a number. Text also we have used, like divisible, these are all text. Okay, and etc is like equals to sign or some special characters. Okay, we have come till here, okay. Let's let's discuss more other topics later, but we are good. If we know till here, we are good. Okay, pseudocode as well, there's a pseudocode as well, but we will be discussing that too later. Okay, now, common areas across all modern programming languages. Okay. Uh, before we jump into any programming language, okay, before we jump into any programming language, there are some common areas which is shared by all the programming languages. Most of the programming languages do share these, and in those, these are the two. These are two topics. Okay, these are two areas. There are other areas as well, but these are the two areas which we will be discussing today. Okay. And I'll come to this algorithm, will come to that. Okay. Now, Nadir, could you please share your screen and show the algorithm that you have written, please?
Okay.
Yeah. I'll stop sharing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, I can see your screen. Thank you. So here,
Yeah.
uh, okay. Okay, so here what we have used, okay, this is an algorithm. I mean, step-by-step process to um to perform a task or to complete a task. Okay, so here we are writing a algorithm to clean a stove. Okay, here we can see we the in the algorithm it's I mean, the steps, the numbers which have been used, like one, two, three, those are numbers, and clean the stove top or remove the detachable parts, remove detachable parts. Okay, these are what text. Okay, and hyphens or commas or what the forward slash. These are some special characters or open bracket, close bracket, full stop. These are special characters which we have used. So when we are writing algorithm or when we are writing pseudocode, okay, let's come to pseudocode later, but when we are writing algorithm as well, we will be using most of the uh, data types. I'll come to the data types, but most of the things which we will be commonly using in the programming as well. That is the reason I asked everyone to write the algorithm so that it will be easy to understand. Okay, so Nadia, could you please scroll down? Scroll down. We have seen you have written the algorithm for a two table, I mean the divisible one as well. Could you please come now? Scroll down. Yep. So yeah. So here also we are using numbers, we are using text, we are using some special characters. Okay. So this is what this is where algorithm helps you. Once you have the picture in place, once you have the thinking and everything in place, then it will be easy for you to write a code for it. Okay. Thank you, Nadia. You can stop presenting, please. Thank you. Great job. And thank you, Shubhangi, for your algorithm as well. Okay, now let
You're
me.
welcome.
You're welcome. Now let me share my screen.
Welcome, welcome, Ashish. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Now I'll share my. Okay, here. Now I'll scroll to the very. Now, before we come to this biodata, okay, we'll come to this. Now, you can see the W3 Schools website, which I'm sharing, right? I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
okay.
It's
Here,
Yes.
great. Here, get started with programming where five core concepts you need to learn. Okay, we'll come to this if statements, arrays, loop, functions later part. Okay, not today. We'll only discuss about variables, and variables are interrelated with data types. Okay, we need we do need data types as well. We can define a variable without a data. Yeah, in JavaScript, yes, we can define a variable without a data type, but still these are interrelated. Now we'll come what exactly these variables are, data types are later. Okay, but before that, okay, in JavaScript, okay, in JavaScript, if I go to data types, if I go to data types, we have 8 data types. Okay, in JavaScript we have 8 data types. Okay, in this Um, we will be discussing about. Uh, okay, I'll copy this and I'll paste in here. Okay. So the first base thing which we need to know is about variables and about data types. Okay. So here, string is nothing but string can be a word or collection of words. Okay, collection of words. String. Okay, can be a word or collection of words. And number can be a positive number, a negative number, a decimal number, and yeah, decimal, it comes float, everything comes into that only. A positive negative decimal number, or a number, or a positive negative number, whole number, I can say whole number, or decimal number. Okay, then big int will come about, we'll discuss about this big int later. Okay, let me leave this because this has been introduced to JavaScript in the latest, I mean very recent version. It was never there earlier, it was recently introduced. Okay, we'll leave that. And boolean is nothing but true or false, no other values, no other values for boolean. Okay, just true or false. And undefined is like if the value is not present for that variable. We'll come to that. Okay, value not present. And null means wantedly we have given it blank. Okay, value is blank. Okay, there is a value, but that value is blank, completely blank. There's, I mean, it's what I can say, you can address it, but it should be addressed in a blank way, in a very blank way. Now we'll come to this, we'll see this. Okay, we'll see all these things. Okay, now here, is this a string or a number or a boolean or a, what do you say, what else, undefined or a null value? String, right? Okay, now in order to store this, we need something, right? Yeah, okay, we need something to store it. Okay, that is called a variable. Okay, in order to store something, like variables are nothing but a containers. Variables are act like containers. Okay, where you can store anything. You can store anything like numbers, um numbers, or string or boolean, or anything, any type. Okay, any type, or undefined objects, everything you can store under variables. Variable is nothing but it is a what do you say, it is a name. It is a name given to store something. Okay, if you want to store something like salt. Okay, if you want to store salt in a container, the container box is called as variable. Okay, what exactly you're storing in that container box? Salt is a value, salt is string. Okay, but the container which you're holding that salt is, that is called variable. Okay, that container, if you give a name for that, like salt box, if you give a name for it, then that is a variable name. Like in here, full name is a variable name, and what value are you storing here? You're storing some string value. You're storing some string value. And date of birth is a variable name, and what exactly the value you're storing? It's date of birth. Okay, age, and then here. Okay, now 99, is it a string or a number or a boolean or a undefined or null?
Number.
Okay, let me write it here. String and number. Okay, now here, alive, yes. Okay, yes, they can be only two things. Okay, alive, yes or no. Okay, only two things, there's no other values. So this yes, is it a string or a number or a boolean or undefined or
Boolean. Boolean.
Boolean.
Yes. So this is Boolean. Okay. Now, if it is no, then also it is Boolean. No other things. Okay. Now we'll come to yeah. So we are clear with variable names, and we are clear with what all values can be stored, right? Now, if I say height, okay. If I say height, okay, and I've given nothing here, okay. If I have given nothing here, then height is undefined. This is undefined value, okay. Undefined. I mean, the value is not given to the variable. There is a salt box, okay. There's a salt box, but it is empty. Um, it is empty. It hasn't been stored with anything, okay. But when you say wait, okay, wait, okay, and you give it as null, okay. If you give it as null, I mean empty, okay, there's a slight difference, okay. There is a slight difference between undefined and null. Here you're not providing any value. But here you're providing value, but it is blank. I mean, in a salt box, you are keeping something. You're keeping, I mean, something is present in that salt box, but that is empty. I mean, you might store some small salt box in that container, but that is empty. That is completely empty. There's no salt in it. But undefined is it. There's nothing in that. I mean, you haven't stored anything. I mean, that is how. I mean, if there is no value provided, for the variable name, then that is undefined. If there is a value provided for the variable name, but that value is null, then that is a null data type. Okay. So we have string data type, number data type, boolean data type, undefined data type, and null data types. So these are data types. Okay. String, number, boolean, undefined, null. These are data types. And variable names are full name, date of birth, age, gender, nationality, phone number. These are variable names where you can store your data. Okay. Where you can store your data. Now, okay, we'll come to this. Dog image. Okay. What is this? What is this?
Pixels.
Sorry?
They're pixels.
Pictures, right? But this
Images.
is images, or what? These are data, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is data. Now, dog video, let me. Okay, so this dog video, this is also data, because we are passing some data, and that data is converted into video format, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are passing some data. That data is converted into image format. In the same way, dog audio. So this is also, I mean, some audios, everything which we work on computers or any software or any device, everything is data. Okay, everything is data. Everything is ones and zeros. Which is getting converted into audio, video, images, or text, or numbers. Everything is data. So each and every data can be stored in one of the variable name. Any variable name, you can say any variable name, and you can store any kind of data in that variable. If it holds, yes, if it will hold. So you every variable name can be stored with any data type of value. Okay. And the data type is nothing but data of type. I mean, it can be a string, it can be a number, boolean, undefined, null, anything. Okay. But we are working on data. And where exactly we are storing the data? In one container. And then container has a name. That name is called variable name. Okay. Now, uh, now I'll come to this. Now, can we add this John Doe with something? Can we add it? I mean, can we add this one? Like what they say, John Doe. can we add it with something? I mean, what do you say? If I add this John Doe plus uh, John Stephen, okay, John Stephen. If I add this, will it? What I mean to say here is what I mean to say here is, can it be added like a numbers? Can it be added like a numbers? I mean, does the value change? If I say John Doe plus John Stephen, if will it change to some different value?
Yes, definitely.
I mean, no. Okay. Let me explain. Okay, if I say plus one, it goes to 100, right?
Mhm.
Here the value is completely changed. We don't see 99 and 1 anymore. We see a complete new number here, right?
Yes.
So here, does it happen the same over here?
Yes, it
No.
will.
String is immutable in nature.
No, we'll come to that immutable thing. That's but I mean, what I mean to say is, okay, let me keep it more simple. Um, see,
I think
numbers.
we add this, definitely it will change.
It will become John Doe, John Stephen, right?
Yeah.
But
But there is no reference.
no, I'm not talking. Okay, if my name is Ashish Naidu, okay, can I add one to my name? Like, can I add it?
No.
Will it become Ashish Naidu 100 or Ashish Naidu 99, Ashish Naidu 1? I mean, what exactly I mean to say here is, see, when can you okay? Let me give this example. Okay, mailing address. Can we add something? Can we add a number or can we add another mailing address? I mean, will it completely change?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, no, I think I am explaining in a wrong way. Okay, let me make it more simple. Okay,
I think you want to say that's what will be visible in the code, like when we run it. Yes? That's what
no,
you-
not in the code. Uh, okay, I'll make it simple. Okay, see, when you're okay, phone number, if we add plus one to it, plus one, will it become 987653432 11? Will it become okay? Can
Yeah,
it become? Huh?
it will change because we
Ah,
will not.
No, 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 no.
how
It
can
will
you add?
become 01.
No. Okay.
Plus one.
Okay. Can a number be added to a phone number?
No,
Can we make addition or subtraction to a phone number? Yeah, I can.
No,
Yes.
no.
Okay.
no.
I
No.
think this is the best way to say it. Okay, now I got it. Okay. Can we do addition or subtraction here?
No.
No, right? Can
No.
we do addition or subtraction to date of birth?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry, who
no,
said yes?
no.
Okay. Uh, can we add addition? Okay, we can add addition to age, right? Okay, they will not be a subtraction, but plus one, we can. Okay, if next year my age will be 100, which means one has been added to my age. So here
Mhm.
addition is getting processed. But date of birth, I cannot say if I add one here. I cannot say, okay, my date of birth has been changed. Okay, when I was born, it was 0101 19 not 1. Now, if 100, so plus 1 got added. So it's now a different year, different month, different date. No, it cannot be, right? Date of birth will always be same. And name will always be same. Gender will always be the same. We cannot add or subtract to gender. We cannot add or subtract to a nationality. We cannot add or subtract to a phone number because these are all we if we can completely change this. Okay, we can completely change the phone number. We can completely change the nationality. We can completely change the email address, but we cannot add or subtract anything to it. So the ones which we cannot add or subtract, those things go under double quotes. Anything which doesn't get added or subtracted, age can get added or added. So here we need not to put it in double quotes, but everything else which cannot be added or subtracted, we can consider them as strings. We can consider them as strings, and those should go under double quotes. But in JavaScript, we can keep it under single quotes. We can also keep under single quotes. Other programming languages where string should be under double quotes, but in JavaScript, it's you can always put you can put under double quotes, or you can put under single quotes. Okay, now understood. If there is a question, please. Yeah. No. If there is a question, then you can ask. So I'll come here. Okay. See, numbers. No need of single quote or double quotes. Okay. But strings, we need single or double quotes. Okay. And Boolean, we don't need here also, no need of single quotes or double quotes. Okay. Only for Boolean, which is true or false. Okay. True/false. We don't need any quotes like this in a single quote or a double quotes. Okay, we don't need this for Boolean. And for numbers, we never place them under single or double quotes. But every string, I mean, Boolean can also, I mean, we cannot add true +1 or true -1. We cannot do it, but still the rule is for Booleans, we need not to put a single or double quote. Okay, it should be always free. It should always be free. I mean, it should not it should not be under single or double quotes. Okay, if it is under single or double quotes, if you have accidentally placed this true or false under single or double quotes, then this will become string. This will never be Boolean. Okay, this will never be Boolean. It will be string. We'll come to this. We'll definitely. Okay. Now the simple thing is, for numbers, it might be any number, whole number, positive, negative whole number, or a positive or negative decimal number. Do not put strings. Do not put single or double quotes. Do not put them under single or double quotes. And if it is a Boolean value, which is true or false, okay, do not put them under single or double quotes. Everything else goes under single or double quotes. Okay, null as well. We'll come to this null thing. Forget this null thing here. Let me leave this null also here. We'll come to this when we start coding. Okay. So till here, any doubts? I mean, see, for A, like, how can I say? Let's say, yeah, weight. Okay, let's say weight. Let's say my weight is today 60 kgs. Okay, now in a week, my weight is 63 kgs. Okay, so what happened here?
You added 3.
Yes,
It
I added.
increased.
Yeah, in a week, my weight has been increased with 3 kgs. Now in another week, my weight went to 57 kgs. So what happened here?
Decreased by 3.
Decreased.
By
So
6
here,
now.
yeah. So here 60. I mean, addition and subtraction process is happening here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Addition and subtraction is happening. Now, if I say my phone, my mailing phone number, let's name mailing address. Let's go with mailing address. Okay. Mailing address today is test.best@test.com. Okay. in a week, will it change? Will it
No.
change?
No. If you do not want to change it, of course.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it will not change, right? It will not
Yeah.
change. So same goes, phone number. If it is 9, this, okay. Will it change in a week? If I
No.
if I want to change to a different phone number, if I want to change it to a different phone number, then I will be changing it to a completely different phone number. Then this phone number is no more valid, right? This phone number is no more valid. Same goes mailing address as well. Sorry, this is email address, right? Not mailing address. Email address. Okay. If I want to change it, then I'll be changing it completely. Then this email address is no more valid. But weight is still common here. Okay, weight is 60 kgs here. Here also it is weight is 63. I mean, it is related to this 60. And this is still valid. 60 kgs is still valid. If I reduce, then this weight 60, I mean, I can come back to this 60 kgs again. But here, phone number, I'm changing it completely. I mean, this phone number is no more valid. So, I mean, I'm not adding or subtracting anything in email address or phone number, but I'm adding to my weight, and I can also add it to my height, and also I can only add to my age. So, wherever it's a numbers give more preference. Numbers are the more priority. Then those should not go under single or double quotes. I mean, the simple rule, keep this as a simple rule, like numbers, no need of single or double quotes, but that number should be not a phone number. Okay, not a phone number. I mean, we will be getting to know about this, where exactly I mean, let me give you an example. Okay, add two numbers. Okay, add two numbers. Let's say add two numbers. Add two whole numbers. Okay, add two whole numbers. 2 comma 3. So what we are doing here, we are adding 2 and 3, right? So when we are adding 2 and 3, 2 plus 3, then equal to 5. So this is what we are doing. I mean, here we don't need single or double quotes because we are working with numbers. Numbers are priority. Now I'll do the same. Add two phone numbers. Okay, two phone numbers. 9876543210, and then 123456789 0. Can we do this? Can we go ahead and add these two phone numbers, and will it give a new value? No, right? This phone number is completely different, and this phone number is completely different. If we consider these as numbers, only numbers, then we can add them. Then we need to put them, we should not put them under single or double quotes. But when it is phone numbers, okay, when it is phone number, or I mean, where you cannot add them in a real world way, you cannot add them. You cannot add two phone numbers and provide a complete new result. You cannot give a result like, uh, I hope understood, right? In a real world example, we cannot add two phone numbers because a phone number is a string. It is considered as a string. We cannot add them, but we can add two numbers like two apples, three apples, we can add. But one phone number, I cannot add my phone number to another's phone number and provide a different result. I mean, expected result. We cannot expect two phone numbers to be added. In the same way, we cannot expect to add two mailing addresses or two email addresses or two what more I can say. Yeah, two nationalities. I cannot add them. Okay, I cannot add them or I cannot subtract them. Okay, I cannot subtract from nationality Indian to, I cannot add something here. Okay, I cannot subtract Indian -1 or Indian +1. I can, or Indian with some number or Indian minus with some number. So these are all called as strings. These are all considered as strings. But when it comes to numbers, they are different. And when it comes to Boolean, they are different. Okay, we don't need quotes for yes, true, and false, and we don't need quotes for numbers, but we do need quotes for any string. It might be any string. We do need single or double quotes. And in JavaScript, we can use a single and double quotes for a string. Okay, understood?
Ashish, please, phone number is a string also, and dates of birth also are string,
Yes,
even though
yes,
they are made out of numbers.
yes, because here we are using special characters. Here we are using special characters, and also we cannot add +1 to a date of birth. We cannot add. I mean, 01011901 is my date of birth. Now in a week, I cannot say my date of birth is 02011901. I mean, date of birth is constant. Date of birth is constant. We cannot change it. We cannot change it. In the same way, I mean, I can also say in that way, okay, date of birth is constant, my name is constant, phone number is constant. Okay, if I want to change it completely, then I need to remove this value completely. I need to remove this value completely. I need to remove this value completely. I mean, I cannot change the date of birth in real world. I cannot change it, to be honest. But yes, phone number we can change, nationality we can change, email address we can change, but it will be changed completely. There's no relation with this anymore. Okay, there's no relation with this anymore. So this is always a string. This is mailing address. These are always the string. But the ones which you can add, subtract, multiply, divide, or get a reminder. Yes. Can we divide Indian by something by 2, and can we get some reminder here?
No,
Okay, can we divide John Doe by 2, and can we get some
no,
reminder here?
no,
And for date of birth,
no.
but
No.
for age we can get, right? We can get a reminder,
Mhm.
right? By 2 if we divide. Okay, we can get a reminder. I mean, I'm just giving an example of age where we can divide it. Okay, but we cannot divide phone number by 2 and we get a reminder. I mean, uh, these are like for email address also by divide by 2 and we get a reminder. So where where you cannot really work with numbers, where you can really not work with numbers, then that we will be considering as strings. Okay, but there's only one thing: boolean is not a string. It's a completely different data type where we don't consider them as string. We consider them as a different data type, which is true and false. Okay, which has values true and false, and they don't go under single or double quotes. Okay, leave about this phone number. I think phone number is getting confusion here. Okay, leave about phone number. But apart from that, everything, I think, if we remove the phone number, full name cannot be divided by 2, date of birth cannot be divided by 2, but age, okay, what was your age 50 years back? Then you can say divided by 2. Okay, divided by 2, my age was 49. 99 by 2 is 49. Yeah, 49.5 something, right? Yeah. So we can divide this age and we can give an answer. But if someone asks you, tell me your name divided by 2, what is the answer? There's no real world solution for it. I mean, we cannot divide a full name with or a name with some number and we expect some result, right? Same with date of birth, we cannot do it. But age, yes, we can do it. Okay, so now we okay, cool. Mm, So now we understood, right? Like where exactly we need to use double quotes and where exactly we need to use, I mean, where exactly we need to use quotes and where exactly we don't need quotes. Okay, now I'll give an example here. Let me see. Uh, okay. Does this need quotes?
No.
Okay. Um, does this need quotes?
Yes.
Does this need quotes?
No.
No. But if you place them under quotes, then that will be string. Okay,
String.
this,
String.
yeah, this will be Boolean, and this will be considered as string. Okay, by accidentally, let's say by accidentally, you have placed this also under quotes, then this will also be considered as string. This will also be considered as string. So please make sure, we need to be very careful. When I say add two numbers, and let's say my first number equal to 2, my second number equal to, accidentally you have placed it under 3, under double quotes. My result when adding two numbers is okay, I'll go with equal to 2 plus, here you have given 3 as correctly, but when you try to print this, it will give an error. Why it will give an error?
Because 3 is a string, it's not a number,
Yes,
so it will not
yes,
become 5.
yes. It will give an error, or it will say 2, okay, and 2. It will print 2, and it will print 2, 3. It will be error, either it will give error or it will print 23. Why exactly it has print 23? 2. No, it will not print 2. Because we have given it under. No, I don't think so. It will print 23 as well. Okay, I need to check this. But it will not print the value of 5. It will either give error or it will give an unexpected result. It will give an unexpected result. I need to check if string plus let's see. Let me see this. Online compiler. Online JavaScript online compiler, JavaScript compiler. Okay. Okay. Let a equal to 1 and let b equal to 2. Okay, here what I'll do is I'll place it under in here. Okay, let c equal to a plus b, console dot log. Okay, sorry. Should I log c right? Run. See what it has print. Yeah, I was correct. Actually, it will print 23. Why did it print 23? Why did it print? Why did it print 12? Because it was unable to add number with a string. It was unable to add a number with a string. So what it did is it did perform this action. It did perform this action where it has placed number as well as added the string along with the number, and it has given us the output. But this is not our expected output, right? We need 3 as the output, right?
Yes, if we do not put the double quotes, yes.
Yeah, if we don't place the double quotes, now run. Now we have the expected thing. So whenever we are writing code, okay, let's say now if I want my phone number should not be added. Okay. However, phone number will not be added. So phone number, place it under string. Something okay. But I want my weight to be added. With the weight spelling. Weight to be added. Then do not place it under string. That is all. And say if I'm alive. Okay. Alive. Alive. If I'm alive, then say do not place it under string. Okay. But if I'm not alive, then say false. but do not place it under string. Okay, now understood?
Yes,
Yes.
Ashish.
Yes. So we will be having data types. Okay, now we know what are variable names, what are variables and what are variable names, right? Okay, variable is nothing but a container. Variable is a container, and the name given. Okay, let me name given to the variable. Name given to the variable is called variable name. Oh, okay, where first name equal to John Doe. Okay, I need to put this under string. Okay, so here this is variable name. This is a variable name. Okay, this is a this is a container which has a name, which is first name, and it holds this value, which is a string value. Okay, so here first name is a variable name, uh, variable name, and John Doe is a variable value. Okay, so first name is a variable name and John Doe is variable value. Where if we remove this name and value, then this is a container, variable is a container, and the value that holds the container is this one. Okay, so both, it's a variable, it relates to the variable. Okay, variable name and variable value, but it's still a variable which we are relating to. Okay, now understood?
Yes.
Any questions, please do ask. Any questions, please do ask. I'm okay to repeat it one more time. So mostly we will be working on numbers, strings, boolean, and undefined. Okay, null and all those things we are not worried about it. Undefined, boolean, number, and string. And we need to make sure whenever we are writing anything, any code, if it is a number, and if you want that to be, I mean, the arithmetic operations, plus my subtraction, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or remainder should be performed on that particular number, and that should be a real world number, real world. Okay, we will be expecting a real world uh, output of it. Then do not place them under single or double quotes. Apart from that, everything should be under single and double quotes, but the boolean values true or false should not be under single or double quotes. If you accidentally place them under single or double quotes, and when we are expecting a boolean output of true or false, it will not provide you the right output. It will provide you a string output. So true and false not under quotes, numbers not under quotes, everything else under quotes, everything else. Okay, this is a simple funda. Please remember, this is a simple funda. It will be really helpful. Okay, so now, yeah, why exactly we use variables? Why exactly we use why exactly place any value under variables is because, okay, can someone be what to say? Can someone be can someone tell about themselves? I mean, when an interviewer asks, like, tell me about yourself, can anyone can tell about themselves? Anyone? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can anyone, yeah, if I ask you, tell me about yourself, can Someone tell me about yourself.
What exactly about ourselves?
I mean, if an interviewer asks you, tell me about yourself. I mean, your education or your those things. How would you tell? I
Yes,
mean,
Ashish, I can
yeah,
tell.
yeah.
My
Please.
name is Renu Madan.
Uh,
I'm from Canada and I'm having 3 years of experience as
okay.
a
Now,
quality
please, yeah,
analyst.
please stop. Please stop. Okay. Now you said my name is Renu Madan. Okay, and then you
Mhm.
said I am from Canada, right?
Mhm.
So why I here? Why did you say? Why did you not say Renu Madan is from Canada and Renu Madan is a quality analyst? Why didn't you say Renu Madan and used I here?
Because it's me.
Yes. So in the same way, variables can also be variables. Why exactly we use variables is because you know once we have defined John Doe here, okay, once we have defined John Doe, we need not to use John Doe repeatedly. We cannot, need not to use John Doe code in repeatedly. In place of John Doe, we can use this variable name. We can use the variable name wherever it is required, wherever it is required. That is the most important things variables is for. Okay, why exactly we use variables for? I mean, in replacement of an actual value, in a replacement of an actual value, we use that variable names. Like I is a pronoun, right? I is a pronoun. Renu
Yes.
Madan is noun, but I is a
Mhm.
pronoun. In the same way, we can consider this as a noun and we can consider this as a pronoun. We can consider, but it is not it is not really pronoun, and this is noun. Okay, John Doe is noun, but this is, if we take English language, then this is noun, and then here we can consider this as pronoun. Okay,
Mhm.
so that is why, I mean, in place of real values, we can use the variable names so that it will be easy. um, I mean, if I say first, if I say my full name, okay, if I say full name, full full name equal to, okay, John Doe, Johnston, Dave, and Jack, Harris, um, David, Spielberg. Okay, if this is your name, okay, this is your name. Let's say this is your full name, okay. You will be not saying this. You will be not using the complete thing each and every time, right? It will be very hard to type and very time-taking process, right? So rather than that, you can store everything into one small value, one small name, one small container. I can say one small container, and you can use this container each and every time. So that is the most important thing. I mean, why we use variable names rather than variable values. Variable values will be stored in variable names, and then you can use that variable values each and every time wherever required. Okay. So this is all about variables. And we have data types. We have seen data types, which is numbers, strings, boolean, and undefined.
Mhm.
Okay, undefined is nothing but if there is no value defined. If I say last name, last name, last name, but I haven't defined anything here. I haven't defined anything here. Then it is called as undefined. We don't have value for this. We do not have value for this. So variables are nothing but containers. Okay, and data types equal to string, number, boolean, and then undefined. Okay, so we will be working mostly on this. Okay, variables are nothing but containers, and data types we use are string, number, boolean, and undefined, and variable values is what we define. Variable values are what we define in those containers, like string, we say John Doe, and number I can say 57 kilograms. If I give kgs, then it will be string. I should add it, but I can say it as this. Alive is true. Okay. And then undefined can be something like address. Address is undefined. Okay. Blank. And address is not defined. So we can put something. I mean, variable values can be related to this string, John Doe, number 57, or age. I can say age is 57. Boolean is true. I mean, is alive, true. And if it is address is undefined, address is, we haven't known the address yet, then it will be undefined. So this is all about variables, variable values, variable names, and data types. Okay. Any doubts? Any questions? Any doubts or any questions?
No, Ashish, all good.
Great. So what I request you to do is write an algorithm. Okay. Write an. I think this would be good. Accept the place. Okay, I don't. Yeah. Can you please write an algorithm for these three things? Okay. Let me place it here. It rains one number, two number, two number. Okay. Can you please write an algorithm for this? It will really help. That is the reason I'm asking. If it rains, then take an umbrella, or else leave the umbrella at home if it doesn't rain. Okay. And if the traffic light is red, stop the car. And if it is orange, start the car. And if it is green, move on. And if the age is 18, okay, you're eligible for vote, and also you can enter pub. But if your age is less, then you are not eligible for vote, and you cannot enter a pub. And you need a ID. You need an ID to enter a pub or to vote. Okay. So if we can write these algorithms, then it will be really helpful for you. And in here, when you're writing these algorithms, we will be using variable names, and variable values, and mostly string data type, number data type, and Boolean data type. Yes, Boolean as well. And yeah, and what they say, what else? Yeah, we will be using these data types. So these try to write these algorithms and see how far we can go. Okay. So that is all for today. We have discussed about variables, variable names, variable values, and data types, which is the first section and a common section for programming. Okay. So that is all for today. Thank you. Any doubts? Any questions?
No, Ashish.
Okay,
Good.
great. So
Yes, thank you very much.
no,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So next
Yeah, next will be Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
thanks.